Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for tuning in to Johnny's Motorized Bicycles. Hopefully we don't have a lot of wind noise, and hopefully we don't have any issues with the mic. It is up higher than normal. I am wearing my coat today. Okay guys, so we're heading over to Anthony's. I got to look at his original build that I built for him, see what's going on. I have a feeling I know what it is. I have a feeling it might be the jet in the carburetor fell out. He says it will idle, and as soon as you give it any throttle, it just dies. And it was running completely fine. We've never had any issues with it because of the fact of it starting up and idling is what's making me think it's the jet. So we'll see when we get there, obviously. But he's also not the easiest person to get information out of. He says it sounds like metal grinding, and he saw metal shavings. I don't know where he would have seen these metal shavings coming from, but who knows. Itch on my head and I can't get to it because of the helmet. I'm going nuts here. What's up, Anthony?
Still like your bike?
You never rode this bike yet.
No, I haven't.
You should take it out for a spin.
A couple times, Johnny, I've been riding this because I hear something.
Yeah?
Like, some can't explain what it sounds like.
Okay. Okie dokies, let's see here. Oh, I got actually flipped around. I need the other side because the muffler's on this side. And your tires are low. Look how flat they are. What did I tell you about this guy?
Well, I haven't been riding this one.
You just rode it yesterday, you said. But it doesn't matter. If someone cuts you off and you got to turn the wheel, your tire will fold over, it will pinch the tube, and you'll be on rim and you'll get killed. I'm telling you for your own good. Otherwise, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to take the spark plugs out of all your bikes, and you won't do nothing until you start learning how to ride them right.
I'll put air in.
And I'll punch you in your nose.
All right, I'll find a way to...
You got an air pump, you don't got to find nothing. I know you got an air pump. Let me turn it on, actually. You want to start it up real quick just so I can hear it? Just see what it does? Can you start it back here, or no, not enough space?
I can start it back here.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to stay started.
You said it starts up and idles. Do you need to go out in front and do it? Yeah, okay, come on. Whatever's easier, buddy. Yeah, let me try. Well, it's not electrical. Okay guys, I'll be honest, I was thinking it was gonna be the needle, but I don't think it's gonna be. But we're gonna take it off anyway and try. See what we come up with. Oh, that's loose. And I just got that all over my face, so that's good. Well, good thing we have here, guys, is the motor does want to start. So we know it's not spark yet. I mean, there's still a possibility spark's not enough, it's not getting enough spark. There's still variables there that could be true possibilities. However, I do not think that's the case. Okay, I took the float out, I took the jet out. The jet was in fine, there's no issues like that. The only problem where we have an issue is where the needle is in the seat. This is inside of the petcock. This is where the fuel comes in at. It goes into this, and this needle is what goes and connects to the bottom of the float. The only thing there is this was loose, but there's no guarantees yet. I am going to crack the cylinder open. I was hoping that there was a problem with the carburetor, just because, let's face it, the carburetor's simple, easy to fix. If it's a problem with the motor and the fuel delivery there, Ay, that sucks. But I'm not gonna lie, if we do have to rebuild Anthony's motor, I built this motor before I had a degree wheel. I did this all just by feel and, you know, my limited knowledge at the time, and it runs great. Pulls hard, it pulls far, it goes fast. It's a good little runner, a little 80cc. And I would love to get this on my table to check the, you know, with the degree wheel and see exactly what I made all the port timings, because if I ever have to duplicate this for him again, or I want to duplicate it for myself or another customer, this has been a very reliable motor. You know, it'd be a really good spot to say, hey, here's a good solid runner and a good place to start for somebody that's just getting into the hobby, because this wasn't Anthony's first bike, the one I built him. He had one similar before that he had bought from someone or was given to him. Was it given to you or you bought it? The other one, the very first one. Yeah, and then he had a 4-stroke, which I think you still have, correct?
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, it's just a friction drive on the rear wheel. That's how I met him. And I showed him mine, and after he saw mine, he was kind of hooked on wanting to have one like his very first one that he got rid of because it just always problems, he said. And I built him this one, and he hasn't had any issues with it. We had a little issue with the clutch in the beginning, but you know, new build things, nothing catastrophic or any major issues, just stuff that you expect to have issues with. Little dumb things that need adjusting. So it's been a really good little runner. I think it'd be a great little bike for somebody else just getting into it. But if we do another one for him, and we have to hot rod this and rebuild it, I do think I might do a little different on the port timings and jazz it up even more. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the plug is just starting to get a little wore out. Not bad, but it's getting there.
I have to find it.
What did he do? Did he blow up his engine?
I don't know, we're about to find out what's going on with it exactly. I don't think so. Nah.
Is that a 100cc engine?
This?
Yeah.
It's technically a 66cc engine.
Isn't it illegal to ride that?
Even 49 is illegal. Everything's illegal without. It's technically a moped. It needs registration and all that, but
Yeah, I think
nobody messes with it.
49 is a max, right?
No, 49 is illegal too.
It is?
Yeah. Unless you have, it's technically a moped. Yeah, everything that's powered has to be what you called. Yeah, you got something up in top. See the dings? Feel and see all that metal in there? Yeah. You did. You blew it up.
You blew it up?
Yeah. See all the metal in here, guys? That's why that looks so silvery.
What went bad?
I don't know. I don't see anything major right now.
So now what do I do?
Rebuild it.
Is that cylinder wall squared up?
Probably. This side is over here real bad. Feel right there, buddy. You can feel it. Right there. See that big line?
Oh.
I'm guessing you probably snagged a ring. Did you, when you went to Quick Check, did you just get out of here and go right to Quick Check real fast?
No.
No?
I waited for the cars to go, and then I just took off.
Right, but you didn't let it warm up. Was it the first time you started it? You didn't let it's cold out, buddy. You gotta let these things warm up for 5 minutes before you really get on the throttle. You gotta, burp, 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 quarter throttle, half throttle, 10 minutes later, and then get on it. So it probably snagged a ring because, yeah, look at this. The whole cylinder lining's gone. Yeah, that's bad, buddy. It's on both sides too, which is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, it's not gonna stop. I'm surprised it started up at all for you right there in front of me. That's a huge gouge, buddy.
Yeah, right down the bottom, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you need a new cylinder and a new piston, new rings. Your head's good. You just need a new top end kit, basically, a cylinder and rings. Man, I wish this was at my house. I wish I would have brought my trailer now.
Does that come out, the cylinder?
Yeah, it all comes off.
Oh.
What if you took it at your house?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, I'm thinking right now, I'm just gonna take the motor off because I don't need the bike. I just need the motor. I have everything at home. I can rebuild it.
Oh, you can rebuild that?
Yeah, a couple subscribers donated a bunch of top ends and stuff. So you'll owe me, and you'll have to go online and thank Bill Strood. He's on Facebook too. He's a really good dude.
All right.
He'll appreciate me using it for your bike for sure. He'll be happy that you're getting up and running again. Well, guys, his cylinder is torched. Well, at least I'll be able to get in here and play around with it. Ring must have broke because it is, I'll show you inside, but it's on the left and the right side, two huge gouges, and it's odd because this gouge on this side is on the far, is on the back of the transfers, which would be the primary, on the far side of the primary transfers, and the other gouge is on the far right of the secondary transfers, on the left side of the motor. It's very odd the way it blew up. I don't know if it's any particular reason it blew up like that, but it did, that's for sure. And it was catastrophic, that's also for sure. I think it just goes because he did not let it warm up. That's okay. We will take it home and we will fix it up for him. And we will thank Mr. Bill for doing it, donating the parts so I could fix up his bike. He said he wanted me to use the parts to hopefully maybe make a couple dollars with, or, you know, help someone out. And this is it right here. I'll be able to help him out, and that's great. I knew it. He would, because I've seen him ride the bike before. He literally just gets on the bike, goes, as soon as it starts up, he just revs it to the moon and tries to take off. And that's exactly what he did here. As soon as he got on it, without it warming up, he just got right on the main road and just revved it right up. And what happens is the aluminum expands, the piston, and because that's what's getting the brunt of the explosion and what's flying around, creating even more heat than the cylinder wall, it expanded and probably pushed the ring into the wall of the transfer. And since it's cold out, and when he left it was probably around 40 degrees out, you know, bike was ice cold, and it just pushed it right into the transfer wall. And you know, what can you do? The rest is history, I guess.
This one, buddy?
Yeah, I should be able to use that. I'm gonna need a
I feel so bad, I fucking... Oh, well.
I know it's sad, right? I'm a little sad, but at the same time, I'm also not sad because I've always wanted to know how I got the power, because it's got power, this little thing. Not like the other ones, but I was always curious of how it made so much power. So I want to explain something to you. Now, you have to warm it up properly. So you probably took it out of the shed, got on it, pedaled right out to the street, started it up, sit there, wait for 4 cars to go by, and took off and just got on it. And what happens, aluminum, these are aluminum, right? They expand, from the heat, it expands very fast. So the piston expanded, and the rings that are on there, which is what I think happened, is the ring got caught on this side and this side, on both sides. They're steel, they don't expand as quickly. So what probably happened is the aluminum piston expanded and shoved the ring into the aluminum wall of the cylinder and ripped the rings out. And once one broke, it probably broke another one, you know. It's just something stupid, but you have to warm them up. Like, you can get on it and you can ride it, but you just, like, literally, like a little throttle. You don't want to be 10, 15 miles an hour for the first 5 to 10 minutes. If it's cold like this, 10 minutes, warm it up. You know, use the choke. Once it starts to stall out on choke, then you turn the choke off and you still, never rev it high, just and when you're riding, you just 10, 15 miles an hour till about 10 minutes.
How was that?
Yeah, it's all okay. I'm gonna take this with me too because I wanna grind it out. I wanna try to port it all together. It's gonna come back better, you know that, right?
All right.
It's gonna come back faster.
Oh, good. All right.
I kid you not. All right, guys, I just turned you back on. I totally forgot to. We just left Anthony's house. I got Anthony's motor in my basket. I just took it off the bike. I was originally gonna do some other stuff in a different way, but I decided, you know what? Let's just take Anthony's motor off. If I had my trailer, I probably would have just took the bike home. But I didn't have my trailer, I didn't have any of my tools, so I wasn't even gonna try putting the bike in my basket, especially since my basket needs a couple new zip ties and stuff. I've been slacking because of the cold weather. I haven't really, you know, maintenance much. So I got it in here. It's a shame. I don't know exactly what happened to his bike or his motor, but I'm thinking he caught the rings. I'm thinking, you know, I try to explain to Anthony what happened and how things work and what you got to do, but we told him, make sure you warm the bikes up, warm the motors up before you just get on them and go. And he does not. He gets on it and goes immediately. Luckily, I have a good buddy, Mr. Bill S., that has donated a couple cylinders, and I'm sure we'll be happy if I use one for him. I don't know what I'm going to do with Anthony's motor, guys. I really don't. I'm going to fix it. And I'm going to use one of Bill's top end kits that he gave me. I'd really like to be able to put the 49 on there, but that's not gonna happen because I don't have a piston for it. All right, guys, I'll continue this inside probably, but if not, thanks for watching as always. Tune in next time to see me punch Anthony in the nose and rip his motor apart because he decided to break a perfectly good motor by not letting it warm up. Let this be a lesson to everybody though. Warm up your motors, guys. Don't just get on them and rip it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace.